Hey guys, Andrew E. Guy here. Welcome back to the session. I wanted to kind of dig in a little deeper. The first two sessions we talked about the what if statement, and it's a statement of anxiety. It creates anxiety. If you ask the what if statement, as I said before, go back and watch those sessions. 90% of the time we are looking at the negative. What if something goes wrong? It's rare when we think about what can go right. Right? So I want you to go back and watch your session. And then I went in and talked about how to take your what if pessimistic statement and turn them into positive thinking by asking another question that basically challenged the first question, saying, what if it may or it may not happen? What if that happens? It may or it may not happen. Does that make sense? If you think there's the probability that it will happen or it may happen, then it forces you to become a problem solver. And then you start thinking about solution instead of thinking about problems. So go back and watch session 1 and session 2. I'm jumping right now into session number 3. Okay? Again, if you're joining me for the first time, my name is Andrew E. Guy. I'm a work-life enrichment coaching consultant, and I work with high-performance individuals, professionals, to help them gain clarity and also meaning so they can build radically resilient work life. Now, I have a question for you. I want you to think about this. See that? Boom. Let's get back. I want you to think about that question, and I want you to post your response as a comment in this video based on the question that I just gave you. Okay? Here's what I want to focus on this time. Part of this series is really to help high performance professionals who are constantly under pressure. You could be a lawyer, could be a doctor, could be a CEO, CEO. You responsible for a department, head of department. Okay, I want to give you these tidbits. I want to give you these lifelines. I want to give you these interventions that you can use readily at your disposal anywhere, anytime. Okay, I want you to be able to shock your team into high performance. Let that sit with you for a minute. Ask yourself the question, a diagnostic question. How would I shock my team into higher performance? Think about it. What are some things that come to mind when you think about shocking your team into a higher performance? First of all, it's almost like understanding or having clarity of KPI, key performance indicator. What are the indicators, right, that improves or boosts performance in your team? Here's what you need to do. I'm going to give you 5 things, okay? Number 1, you need to be fully aware of who's on your team. If you don't know who's on your team, you don't know what they need. If you know who's on your team, number 2 is you need to know their needs. Know their needs and their wants. A need is something that they need to do to meet a need, to make them feel welcome, feel love, feel like they belong, feel like they're on the team, feel like they're part of, feel like a human, feel appreciated. The need deals with the feelings, okay? The want deals with growth and aspiration. Growth, aspiration, and development. When I think about a want, I want to do this because I want to accomplish that. I want to get up on that ladder. I want to grow. I want to experience better. That's why there's a difference between need. Need is about feeling. I want to be able to feel this. I want to be able to experience this. Want has to do with advancement and growth and accomplishment. If you understand these 2 things about your team, you can change your entire operation. You can boost their performance. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. The next thing, this is number 3. I want you to be open to suggestion. Get a suggestion box and put it where when they get out of the elevator, create one, get one made. and have, as soon as they get out of the elevator, they drop one in. Get 2 suggestion box. One when they come into work and one when they're leaving. When they come into work, they're going to drop that suggestion. It's fresh. It's before they start. It's fresh. It's new happening. It's new brain juice. They drop one as soon as they get out the elevator, write something down, and they drop it in there. You drop it in, you're going to collect those. And then you're going to find out what was their first thought when they come into work that morning. That's what you're trying to do. Because if a person comes in and they're stressed, a person comes in and they're anxious, if a person comes in, they're not ready for work, they're not going to be a good worker. They might be tolerated throughout the day, but they're not at their best. And the goal of this is to raise the level of their performance. Key performance. Okay? So next, let's move on to the next thing. Number 5. Part of number 4 is that you want to put a suggestion box when they're leaving. You're going to put that inside the building. So whenever they're leaving, then they drop another thought. You have a thought when they come in. You have another thought when they're leaving. So you get one when they're fresh coming in, and you get another thought after all of the happenings happening throughout the day. You want to know how they feel when they're leaving. Are they exhausted? Do they feel accomplished? Do they feel appreciated? Do they feel like they did their best work? Do they feel like they're part of a team? Do they feel like this is the right place for them? Do they feel like there's something lacking that they need to address? All of these go in the inside suggestion box when they're leaving on the way out. Does that make sense? Boom. You take that and you will have a before and after. You can get that tallied up, put it into an Excel sheet, and then that will be data to help you know how your people are showing up for work and how they are when they're leaving work. Why are you concerned about that? You're concerned about how they leave because if they leave negatively, then they're taking the stress home to their family. And if home is not working for them, they are not going to be a good employee when they get to your job. Does that make sense right now? Okay, take a moment, digest that, think about that. Who are you? You are a leader, high performance leader, high performance individual professional. You're in a specific role that impacts your company or group of people. You're responsible for a group. You're responsible for a team. They report to you. Those are the individuals that I'm talking to right now. Okay? Next, here's the caveat. Here is the amazing piece that you need to boost energy and to raise KPI in your company. I want you to be spontaneous. Yeah. A lot of times we plan meetings, we plan. And sometimes we plan the people that are supposed to hear what we are saying out of the meeting. Our plan takes precedence over their needs and wants. Okay? So what I want you to do, I want you to call an emergency meeting. Just an emergency meeting. If you have a team of like 10 to 15 people, that's a good number. If you have a greater number, then you may have to strategize and break it up and break them into groups and call the first 15, then the second 15, and so forth. If you have a great number where you have about 500 or more, or 2 to 500 or more, then you call a Zoom call, or you call, you do one of those calls where you're able to talk to all of them at the same time, or take them in groups. Here's what you do. When they come in, you tell them you appreciate them. And once you tell them you appreciate them, you try to find one thing that they're doing well in the company. After you do that, if it's a 15, it's a small group, you walk around and you give each one of them a high five. That's it. And what do you say? You said up top, normally they're going to come and reach out to shake your hand. Stop shaking hands at work. If you want to raise performance at your job, or on your workplace, or in your team, stop shaking hands. Everything from now on is up top. Shaking hands is low energy. Raise the energy. Try giving somebody a high five. It changes everything. They start to laugh. The energy perks up. And like, oh my God, that is for me. That's right, this is for you, up top. So walk around the room and give each one of them up top, up top, up top, up top, up top, up top, boom. And then after you finish, you said, that's all. I'll see you guys later. And the meeting's over. Just like that, you would have shocked them into a higher performance. Need more? Follow me. Peace.